Hello world, Liu here, and here's part 12 of the Python from 0 to 1 series, and today we'll be talking about for loops which allow us to repeat actions. First, let's say we want to print the string apple 5 times. And one way that we can do this is to simply copy paste this 5 times. So copy, paste, and if we run this, we are just going to get 5 apples. However, what if we want to print apple 100 times? Are we going to paste this line of code another 100 times? This will probably be a huge pain we don't want to deal with. Instead, we can use for loops to repeat our actions for us. So here is how it goes. For I in range 5, print apple. So I'm just going to run it first, and we are going to get 5 apples. So if I increase this to 7, we are just going to get 7 apples. And if I want this to run 1000 times, I simply need to do this 1000. And if I run it, I'm going to get a lot of apples. So anyway, let's change this back to 5. And let's take a look at this syntax. So to start off, we have the for keyword. And after the for keyword, we have our iterator variable. So this can be any valid Python variable name, but let's just use I first. And afterwards, we have the in keyword. And after the in keyword, we have range 5. So here, the range 5 will actually generate 5 numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So because 5 numbers are generated, 5 iterations will happen. And in the first iteration, I will be equals to 0. In the second iteration, I will be equals to 1. In the third iteration, I will be equals to 2. And the fourth iteration, I will be equals to 3. And in the fifth and final iteration, I will be equals to 4. And after our range 5, we have a colon, which denotes that whatever comes next should be inside our for loop body. So here, I'm going to write a bunch of stuff. Print orange. And afterwards, I'm going to print pear. So here, indentation is very important. And these two lines are part of the for loop body. And this is because of their level of indentation. However, this line print pear is not part of our function body because it is not indented. So what happens is that these two lines will be repeated 5 times, while this will only happen once. So let's take a look at what happens when we run this. And we will have apple orange, apple orange, apple orange, apple orange, apple orange, and pear. So notice that these two lines are repeated 5 times, while this only happens once. Similarly, if I remove the indent here, the for loop body will end here. So only print apple is inside the for loop body. And if I run this again, I'll have 5 apples, and orange and pear only happens once. So next, let's say if I change this to a 3, range 3 generates 3 numbers, 0, 1, and 2. And let's say I'm going to print I instead. So I'm going to remove all of this. And if I run this, I'm going to get 0, 1, and 2. So here, notice that in the first iteration, I will be equals to 0. And in the second iteration, I will be equals to 1. And in the third iteration, I will be equals to 2. So similarly, if I change this to 7, range 7 will generate the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I run this, I'm going to get 0 to 6. So I'm sure you have noticed a pattern with range. So it starts at 0 and it stops at a number right before whatever number we have passed in here. So if we pass in 7, the number will stop at 6. And if we pass in 100, the number will stop at 99. So note that this is just the basic usage of the range function, and a more detailed usage of the range function will happen in the next video. So another thing to note is that this I iterator variable can be any valid variable name that we want. So I can replace I with, let's say, chicken. However, if I replace I with chicken, in the for loop body, I must also replace this with chicken. So if I run this, this will still work as per normal. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this was clear and easy to understand. See you in the next one.